Hey guys, this is Meg and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this kind of snowflakey inspired cut crease makeup tutorial, and stay tuned if you want to find out how to. So off camera I already primed my eyelids. I used my concealer from She Glam called Whipped Cream, and I absolutely love it. It's my favorite concealer ever. My translucent powder in the shade Fair Light from Maybelline New York Fit Me. To get a flat brush. And the one I'm using is from Lovecraft and Beauty in the number 8. I'm going to be using the James Charles Morphe Artistry palette. So first, as a kind of transition color, I'm going to go and dip into Tune. And I'm just going to go and put that in my crease and a little bit above my crease. Now I'm going to dip into the shade Brother. And for that I'm using a fluffy eye blender brush from e.l.f. and I'm just gonna dip into that Brother color, and I'm going to put that into my crease. And you just want to put this color on to however much you want or however little you want, just as long as you get the shade that you want, and then just go from there. Next, I am going to go into the shade Cola, and what I'm going to do is put that on my outer corner and a little bit into the crease, and I'm just taking that same blender brush from e.l.f. and I'm going to drag that down on my outer crease. And then once I have less product on my brush, I am going to blend that into my outer crease. And like I said, just pack that color on until you're okay with that shade. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat brush. I don't know where I got this brush from. I've had it for so long. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that concealer that I used earlier from She Glam called Whipped Cream. And I'm going to take some of that with my brush. And then I'm going to cut my crease. With the cut crease, you just dab it right there, look up, and then follow that line that you just made. After you've done that, I'm going to take the flat brush that I used earlier from Lovecraft Beauty and the shade number 8 and the number 8. And I'm going to go into Hello, that color Hello right there, and I'm going to dab that on to where I put that concealer. And just pack that pigment on there until you're satisfied. Now time for eyeliner. The eyeliner that I'm using here lately, it's also a lash glue liner, and it's in the shade Black. It's from Kiss. I really love this liner, and it's like I said, it's also lash glue, so I absolutely adore it. I'm going to go ahead and shake that up a little bit. What I do is I follow my eyebrow, end of my eyebrow, and I just dot where I want that liner to be and then drag down. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to drag from that other point down. And the lash that I'm using is the Ardell lashes in 854. I think that's what it is. And I'm going to pop that lash on there where I just laid that lash glue down. Now I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back and it's time to do my face. First I'm going to go in with the Camelina and Strobe Luminizing Primer. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my fingers and then run it through each of my fingers and then place that on my face. I know some people are probably like screaming at me for doing this after doing my eyeshadow look, but to each their own. Everybody does things differently. Okay. Now that your face is good and primed, I'm going to go in with the Complexion Pro Long Lasting Breathable Matte Foundation from SheGlam. And I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and just drag some of that on there. Now I'm going to take my concealer from SheGlam in the shade Whipped Cream, and I'm going to put that under my eyes. And I just do like 3 lines and then use a small beauty blender to blend it out. Now I'm going to take a different beauty blender, and I'm going to go into the shade Fair Light from Maybelline's Fit Me translucent powder, and I'm going to dip that beauty blender in there and put it under my eye to bake. Okay, while that's baking under my eye, I am going to go in with the Easy on the Eyes eyeliner in the shade black. And I'm just going to put that on my waterline. Then I'm going to take 5, and I'm going to go in with that shade Cola that we used earlier, and I'm going to blend that into my under eye. After you've done that, I'm going to use a white liner from, I can't exactly read that, but it's in the shade number 1. I'm just going to use that to go right here in the front inner corner of my under eye. And then I'm going to use a loose shimmering eyeshadow powder from LA Colors in the shade Snow White, and I'm going to pop that into my inner corner of my eye. After you've done that, I'm just going to take a flat brush, anyone will do, and just wipe away that translucent powder. I like to drag it down a little bit into my cheeks. For my contour is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection and Casey Holmes. So I'm going to use that to contour my face. And I'm just going to go into that bronzer shade right there and put that on the outer parts of my cheeks. And then a little bit on my forehead. Just to give the illusion that I'm at least a little bit tan, because I am pale as all get out because I don't go in the sun as much as everybody else. And if you don't like how dark it is, you can just take that blending beauty blender that you used earlier and just tap it on there. And then I'm going to go into that blush shade on there. I'm using a Powder and Go brush. It's from Farrah, so this is what it looks like. But I'm going to go into that blush right there and put that on my cheeks right in front of where I did that contour. And I usually do like circular motions and drag it up. And to kind of lighten that up a little bit more, I'm going to go in with my Color Mates pressed powder and just take that all over my face using a Moda brush, and it's the multi-purpose powder brush. And I'm just going to go in there on my cheeks with it. And you can do however dark or however light you want it to be. I don't like it too dark. But that's just me. So what I like to do, since this is kind of a snowflake inspired look, I'm going to go back into that James Charles Artistry palette in the shade You're Kidding with that blending brush that we used earlier from e.l.f. And I'm going to take that to the end of my nose and kind of just blend it around to give it a frostbitten type of look. And you just want to be messy with it. Now I'm going to take a highlighter brush from Moda, and I'm going to go into that highlighter, and it's called Just Beachy. And I'm going to put that above where I put the blush. And I like to drag it right there on my eye, above where I did that eyeshadow, and right there outside of my eye. Then I'm just going to drag that down the bridge of my nose. And for the lipstick, I'm going to go in with the Superstay Matte Ink from Maybelline in the shade Protector. And then I'm going to kind of hide my Cupid's bow and just put a straight line right there. Or do like this and then just follow that line down. And then that is the finished look. I hope you guys have a good day. My nephew just got home from school, so I have to go watch him. But I hope everybody has a good day. Stay safe and stay beautiful.